Hard rock history is filled with giants. Led Zeppelin, AC/DC, Aerosmith, Guns N' Roses, but behind the legends are the bands who shaped the sound, influenced everyone, and still never got the recognition they truly deserved. Today, we're diving deep into the top 7 underrated hard rock bands, groups that changed music, influenced icons, and delivered riffs that still ignite speakers today. Let's get loud. Number 7. King's X. We begin with the band that musicians worship, but mainstream audiences often overlook, King's X. Emerging in the late 80s, this power trio blended hard rock, progressive elements, soul harmonies, and deep emotional lyrics into something completely unique. Their albums like Gretchen Goes to Nebraska and Faith, Hope, Love helped shape the sound of modern hard rock and alternative metal. What makes King's X stand out is their unbelievable musicianship. Doug Pinnick's thunderous bass and soaring vocals, Ty Tabor's melodic guitar tone, and Jerry Gaskell's tight grooves created a sound far ahead of its time. Bands from Alice in Chains to Pearl Jam have cited King's X as one of their biggest influences. Even if they never hit massive commercial success, King's X's vocal harmonies were so influential that Jerry Cantrell of Alice in Chains openly admitted their entire harmony style was inspired by King's X's early records. Number 6. UFO. At number 6 we have UFO, one of the most criminally underrated British hard rock bands of the 70s. Their secret weapon? A young guitarist named Michael Schenker, whose fluid, melodic solos helped define the sound of hard rock guitar playing. UFO's album Strangers in the Night is often called one of the greatest live rock albums ever recorded, a masterpiece that showcases their explosive energy and timeless songwriting. UFO combined blues-based riffs with melodic finesse, and their songs like Dr. Doctor, Lights Out, and Rock Bottom became staples of rock radio across Europe. Despite massive influence, especially on metal bands, they never broke into superstardom in the US. Metallica's Kirk Hammett once said that Michael Schenker's solo on Rock Bottom completely changed his life and influenced his guitar style forever. Number 5. Montrose. Coming in hot at number 5 is Montrose, the American hard rock band that should have been as big as Van Halen. Their debut album, Montrose, 1973, is considered a blueprint for American hard rock. Heavy, punchy, and full of attitude. With Ronnie Montrose on guitar and Sammy Hagar on vocals, the band delivered raw, driving riffs years before the mainstream caught up. Songs like Rock the Nation, Bad Motor Scooter, and Space Station No. 5 were the missing link between classic rock and the hard rock explosion of the late 70s and 80s. But internal tensions and poor label record support prevented them from reaching the heights they deserved. Eddie Van Halen said Montrose's debut album was America's answer to Led Zeppelin and claimed it was one of the biggest influences on early Van Halen. Number 4. Mott the Hoople. At number 4, we have one of rock's most charismatic and theatrical hard rock bands, Mott the Hoople. Fusing gritty hard rock with glam theatrics, Mott stood out with their swagger, rebellious attitude, and the distinct voice of Ian Hunter. Their breakthrough came when David Bowie himself gifted them the song All the Young Dudes. That track turned them into icons almost overnight, but many forget that the band had an entire catalog full of powerful, underrated rock anthems like Analucci Boogie, Roll Away the Stone, and All the Way from Memphis. Mott's influence is massive. Bands like Queen, Def Leppard, and even The Clash borrowed elements of their style. Before Mott the Hoople recorded All the Young Dudes, the band had already broken up. Bowie heard the news, called them back together, and gave them the song to save their career. Number 3. Slade. Number 3 goes to Slade, the British rock band whose anthems, energy, and riffs practically invented the glam hard rock sound. Their songs, Come On Feel the Noise, Mama We're All Crazy Now, and Goodbye Jane were huge in the UK, but strangely never fully exploded in the US. Yet their influence absolutely did. Slade's gritty guitar tones and shout-along choruses became the blueprint for bands like Quiet Riot, Kiss, and AC/DC. Their raw power, combined with Noddy Holder's unmistakable voice, created some of the most high-energy rock of the 70s. Quiet Riot's covers of Slade's classics, Come On Feel the Noise, and Mama We're All Crazy Now, were so successful that many American fans thought Quiet Riot wrote them, giving Slade delayed fame years later. Number 2. Blue Oyster Cult. Coming in at number 2, we have the mysterious, intelligent, and musically adventurous Blue Oyster Cult. Often remembered for their classic hits like Don't Fear the Reaper, Burnin' For You, and Godzilla, BOC was so much deeper than just their singles. Their blend of dark lyrical themes, experimental arrangements, and cryptic storytelling made them unlike any other hard rock band. They were pioneers of blending sci-fi themes, heavy riffs, and literary references into rock, creating a sound that influenced everyone from Metallica to Iron Maiden. With dual guitar mastery, atmospheric melodies, and fearless creativity, Blue Oyster Cult stands as one of the most underrated American hard rock bands ever. Stephen King has said Blue Oyster Cult heavily influenced his writing, especially the themes found in novels like The Stand, which directly references Don't Fear the Reaper. And at number 1, the most underrated hard rock band of all time, Thin Lizzy. Led by the charismatic Phil Lynott, Thin Lizzy fused Celtic storytelling, poetic lyricism, and twin guitar harmonies that would go on to define an entire era of rock. Songs like The Boys Are Back in Town, Jailbreak, and Emerald were powerful, melodic, and endlessly influential. Their dual guitar attack, pioneered by Scott Gorham and Brian Robertson, became the blueprint for bands like Iron Maiden, Def Leppard, and even Metallica. Thin Lizzy had everything: swagger, emotion, technical skill, and a frontman with one of the most distinctive voices in rock. Yet, despite massive respect from musicians, they never reached the same mainstream fame as the bands they inspired. Phil Lynott was one of the very first black frontmen in hard rock history, breaking racial boundaries decades before the industry caught up. These 7 bands may not have always been in the spotlight, but their fingerprints are all over rock history. They inspired icons, shaped entire genres, and delivered riffs and melodies that still hit hard today. Which of these underrated bands is your favorite? Have you discovered a new one from this list? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more deep dives into the legends and hidden gems of rock music.